For the ones who don't know, these are one of the random videos that I'm ever going to post because I don't post as often here, but I'm going to make some FNAF videos sometime soon, guys. Here, but a thing that I'm going to cover here today is called the idea of LARPing. And LARPing itself, guys, it's a new trend that's just barely getting traction in the last like 72 144 hours ago. It's a thing where people are mimicking other YouTubers and see how they once were, essentially copying their legacy and seeing how things were. If you guys want to see this, I'm going to react to some of these videos, guys, because I found these pretty interesting. I think this one might end up being live streamed. And for those who don't know, I think LARP Applier made this one a pioneer because LARPing essentially means live action roleplay. It means you're playing as another character live. What they're doing is they're making this, but they're copying that onto YouTubers who were there before. Pioneer YouTubers such as like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. So we're going to react to a few of these videos, even though this is sort of itself its own LARP. But I don't do LARP for LARP. I do content because I want to increase my own confidence. So excuse me, Dolan Darkest, please don't copyright me for showing your video on camera, but what I do need to show is there are a lot of these LARP videos I'm going to see here. First thing that I would want to view is just this main video here. Surprisingly enough, this guy's already gaining like a lot of subscribers, so we're going to watch this one.
Hello, Markiplier. Hopefully you're watching. I don't know, but if you're watching, I have a question. Am I allowed to keep doing this? I mean, if you haven't heard of me yet, I'm a LARPiplier. Yeah, sounds quite similar to Markiplier because that's basically my thing. It's like a reboot. It's like if 2012 Markiplier was brought back for 2016, and I did a charity live stream, okay, and I raised over $1,000 for charity, and I've been posting for only a couple of weeks, and I've got like a lot of traction online. And I have fans that are actually interested in buying merchandise from me. And that got me thinking, is what I'm doing even legal? Am I even allowed to?
Okay, I'm probably going to get copyrighted for the music that this guy's playing in the background. What does make this pretty funny here is that he does kind of sound like Markiplier in his typical tone. You guys can even see in the comments. Got LARP Penguins here. I think I'm going to react to that guy too. But this is Dolan Darkest here, guys. He's a small YouTuber. He said he has my permission. You know, that was pretty funny. But yeah, this guy's actually getting really big on the platform, and I'm actually interested if this guy's gonna make it or not. Like the way this guy's doing this thing.
To do this? What if I just keep posting YouTube videos for a few months and get an email saying that, oh, stop doing this, you're gonna seize all your money. We are Markiplier's lawyers, and we do not approve of what you're doing. That's what's been plaguing my mind for the past few hours and days.
Hey guys, quick thing that I just realized when I'm just editing the video right now. That guy, that Markiplier guy, that one that he's doing, I'm keep beginning to realize that yes, he does kind of sound like Markiplier, yes, but I think this one's kind of a niche memory. If you guys have read Lord of the Flies before in your high school, if you have like an audiobook, like I swear, when that guy reaches his high notes, when he reaches his high notes and he just sounds familiar. That voice you read in that audio book about like Lord of the Flies. If you choose like the male voice, if you guys have like an audiobook, when he reaches that high note, it just sounds familiar. He just sounds like that one narrator. I could imagine here, I know nobody cares that much about that. Okay, I think Larpapire raised one of the most interesting concerns that I think everybody would relate to, especially on YouTube. I know everybody's wanted to be like a YouTuber before. I'm sort of a YouTuber myself. I don't have like that ad revenue YouTuber. But one of the biggest fears that I had back then is that when it came to like playing music and any music that I thought was copyrighted or not, I just had a fear that my channel the next day would just be terminated or be completely gone. So that's one of the things I have. So I am not sure if you guys have had that fear of copyright stuff, but I know a lot of people, music goes around.
So yeah, I just want to know if am I allowed to do this? Are you fine with me doing this? Because I do, from the very bottom of my heart, really want to become a YouTuber. I want to do this for a living. I want to earn some money and donate to charity, and with some of the extra money I have.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get copyrighted if I continue watching this, guys, but this is pretty interesting. If this guy does get big, you know what? I'm going to bet that this guy's gonna end up becoming a big YouTuber. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. In like 10 years time, guys, watch this channel turn into something that's great. a LARP theory here. We're gonna watch one of his videos. So let's see this.
Hello, Internet.
Holy long outro. Oh my god. 22 seconds maximum for that, but I can definitely see that music right there, so I'm really curious to what this is gonna be.
To LARP Theory, the only show that can stick the dismount. On today's episode, we'll be talking about the reason the LARPiverse exists in the first place. None other than Spear himself, LARPiplier. That's right, folks. From amnesia to the peak of his flexing muscles, nobody comes close in the LARPiverse to his creativity. Creating not only a community of original Mark fans, he also
Holy audio, guys. Okay, this is not as good of an audio, but I'm really curious.
of similar content creators, aping the original style of various YouTubers. My only issue? Well, let's take a step back and analyze. See, on May 18th of this year, Markiplier started his YouTube journey. With the headset straight from 2015 and a pair of thin rimmed glasses, you'd be forgiven if the first glance you took
Okay, so this is very much impressive, guys. Was kind of like this because now we got meta theory, guys. Now we got people copying from Dan TDM to Markiplier. Now someone's copying. It's just dishonorable that I still don't know who made. I don't remember who made the theory videos, guys. So you guys can dishonor me that in the comments for that. But it is just crazy looking at this. Let me look at the comments real quick. This is like, oh my god.
you thought it was Markiplier in his prime. Plotting out his mission of uploading daily until he makes it, it seems Markiplier is well on his way to YouTube stardom. Within only 10 days of YouTube experience, he's garnered a whopping 5.77 thousand subscribers.
That's actually crazy though. This guy actually gained about like 60,000 now. There's even more. And I'm kind of like the idea of LARPing because it's just bringing back a new internet era from what's back from the past. But it is kind of crazy though, just to see this stuff. It's a King of LARP tube right here. But even the audio too that this guy has, even though the audio volume is questionable, the music is also pretty similar, which will probably get me copyrighted for this. Okay, the next one that I do want to cover is Dolan Larpus, because listen, guys. As much as I believe that this is a what do you call this? A government psyop. I'm I'm believe right here, guys, that Dolan Larpist is Dolan Darkest himself. I believe it's the original Dolan, bro. The original Dolan Darkest. Like I believe that this guy is working either he is the original creator of Dolan Darkest, or this is someone that's working with Dolan Darkest. I don't believe that this guy is not working alone. This is LARPing at its most interesting. Look, so we're gonna react to the video here.
Welcome back to pre-recorded gem. Today's treasure sandwich situation is not looking good. A few hours ago in my kitchen, I made a sandwich, and it honestly looked pretty good. Now, at first, many people initially thought the sandwich had decent potential, citing the turkey, cheese, tomato, and lettuce as evidence that it may in fact be a quote-unquote gem. The bread itself also tested well in early polling, with several sources describing it as normal bread. However, many in the replies immediately pointed out that the sandwich seemed unusually dry, while others argued it was actually too wet. The controversy escalated later on after I discovered a large mayonnaise.
Okay, big thing I do want to. This guy just reminded me of something back in like my old elementary school years. I think probably one of the worst decisions that I made. I think this is absolute LARPing for me. Worst form of LARPing ever is that over a sandwich, guys. Like I always seem to choose Lunchables over a simple sandwich, even if I didn't like the sauces. Because the reason I say this, guys, is that Lunchables in like 2023 revealed to have like a letter. So for like those 9 years straight, bro, I was putting literal lead inside my body instead of like having my grandma or like myself prepare myself a freaking sandwich. Guys, you could say that the Brine situation is just sad at that point. But that was like the worst form of LARPs, but we'll continue on this. Well, I think out of all of the people who could be like copying YouTubers, even this is growing fast right now, I'm betting that the imposter, the LARPer, is in fact the LARPer. It's just jobless versus unemployed. Final challenge. I might be called a madman for this, but if this ends up being true with like another YouTuber who's actually they're the YouTuber who is actually the YouTuber that they're trying to mimic, then that's just
pocket later on in the sandwich, escalating and causing arguments with myself and my butter knife. Now, I personally don't want to start any drama here on this channel, but the culprit really cannot get any clearer than this. Things became even more concerning near the end of the sandwich, where several bites appeared to contain only bread, raising alarms about ingredient quality. The general consensus seems to be that it wasn't exactly bad, but there appears to be no hope for a sequel anytime soon. This is the only slop I truly care about. Thanks for gemming by.
alright. So this is definitely a master at this. Definitely like this one, guys. What I'm gonna comment here is that even Jed Dolan Darkness himself already commented. What I'm going to say here, out of all the things I could say, we're gonna put that right there. Next thing we're gonna react to, guys, I'm not really too much sure that we're gonna react to, is these videos for Jacksepticeye.
Okay, so
And thing before, guys, is that when I always used to watch Jacksepticeye when I was like a YouTuber, Jacksepticeye, I think I always had like a challenge where am I supposed to say Jacksepticeye as silent C or a hard C? Jacksepticeye. That's a big thing I still have, but we're gonna watch this video anyway.
this is going to be a different video, so no intro. In my 1,000 subscriber video, I was talking about how Jacksepticeye would feel, hoping he'd be okay with all this, if he's aware of all this, at least. But, so I've been watching Larping's video a couple times now, on his video for Markiplier, and it's made me think about my situation a lot, because obviously his is the exact same situation, because we're doing the same fucking thing. So this video is for Jacksepticeye, and Jack, if you're watching this, hello. If you're not aware of this LARPing thing, let me try and explain it. So I cracked my fingers, I don't know if that was a thing. If you're not aware of what the LARPing thing is, I'm going to try to put it the best detail I can. So the term LARP means live action roleplay, and it's really just a meme that I hopped on, because I saw Larpify do it first, and I felt incredibly nostalgic when I saw him do it, and also loved what he was doing with his platform by doing charity live streams. And so I wanted to do the same thing. I'm not up to the charity live streams yet. I still want to figure out all that equipment sooner or later. That's if I get to keep doing this. But I just love how noble he uses his platform. He uses it for the right thing. And it inspires me to do the same thing as well as that. And so
yeah, so basically they're all asking to the local YouTubers to see if they could copy down and like continue on do like let's plays and all like this. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna go, but they're asking all permission, so I don't want to cut you guys off. So continue this video. I'll continue until like 3 minutes.
I wanted to do roughly the same thing, but with a YouTuber I loved growing up, which was you. And yeah, so instead of Jacksepticeye, it's Mike LARPticeye. Because LARP, septic, yeah, you know. And Mike is obviously my name, so I wanted to do that as well. And the eye's blue. So yeah, you get the gist, I guess. But basically, I wanted to make a video of this, just hoping you get to see this, and just really get a clear answer on whether this is okay or not. Because I love making these videos. I mean, I've only just started a week ago, but I've had a lot of thought about it the past couple of days, and I'm a little bit shitting myself. Because I'm like, what if there's some legality troubles that I'm unaware of and could get involved in, and I don't want that to happen. I'm not trying to impersonate you. I'm not trying to completely copy you. Really, the only things that I've copied.
See if they actually even made LARP noodles. I gotta check this channel out next. But Jacksepticeye hasn't logged here yet, so I'm curious to see what they're going to say. Again, I can't play the entire video, guys. Next thing I gotta do is that we're gonna check out LARP noodles. It's an instant mic. I'm gonna be the first. Okay, my mic dropped, guys. Oops. This is time making, well, probably one of like the hundreds of times that I do make like reaction videos before, so here we're gonna go. This is a very LARPastic intro right here. Good job, LARP rules. So we're gonna post this comment right here. I'm not gonna react to the videos, guys. It's not actually talking about like LARP people. Absolutely want to react to after this one is LARP alert. The last thing that we're going to do for this one, I think this guy even has like stuff here. We're gonna check this out. It's like, dear God, I'm gonna react to this one. This one has Epstein on it.
What is up, LARP Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemlarp.
Oh,
Let's get right into the LARP! Starting off with the big story today, LARP Dubs has released a content LARP attacking! LARPy is here!
Okay, so I think you guys already heard this before. There's already LARP wars between YouTubers at this point, so I'm really curious to see what is gonna happen.
Video is titled Content LARP. LARPy is here, where he criticizes LARPy for constantly hiding the fact that he has no LARP. LARP Dubs also critiqued LARPy for his hypocrisy regarding his video, Kids Are Playing Five Nights at Epstein. LARPy for trafficking and exploiting young children. The YouTuber Jeffrey Epstein also had a small cameo in the video towards 1 minute and 50 seconds. And towards the end of the video...
Okay, this is really funny at this point. My god, the amount of craziness that's here. I mean, I'm probably repeating words at this point. I didn't like Keemstar too much, but I did like a lot of his older content back then, back when I used to watch YouTube like all the day. But this guy took like 1,000 different tries trying to copy exactly what he was doing here. But next we're gonna comment. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna check out the last video, Penguin Zero.
By now, you probably saw people LARPing as YouTubers. In case you don't have any idea of what I'm talking about, they're pretty much imitating like old YouTuber
Okay.
Let's Plays.
Yeah.
This is focused around the big three, there being Larpplier, LARPewDiePie, and LARPJepticeye. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see LARP TDM at this point, maybe even LARP Beast 6000. Nobody really knows who they are. They just appeared one random Tuesday in TikTok and YouTube, and they just started LARPing out of nowhere. I mean, that guy LARPplier, he does look a lot like original Markiplier. I mean, if you take a look at him, it's like Markiplier 2013 or something like that, man, honestly. I mean, he does look...
But other than that, this one was pretty interesting in my opinion. I don't think Penguin Zero has commented here yet, but it would be pretty funny as one of the commenters said, to add an actual Penguin Zero thumbnail. But it is interesting. Even this guy, green screen too. It's so funny that all of these LARP YouTubers try to mimic, and even some of them do it pretty well in my opinion. So I'm leaving that to all of them here. But I think, but after all of this LARP that I'm going to react to, guys, I think all in all, even though for this reaction video, you guys know that I haven't done these in quite a while, I think LARP YouTubers, this is definitely a big revival of something on the YouTube platform, guys. Very big news as darling, big news for the unemployed, and big news for the jobless. And next thing that we're going to react to, guys, if anybody is curious. The next video that we're going to react to, guys, as I said, we're going to be reacting to this, guys, all of his animating stuff here. Like the slop YouTubers, I'm going to be watching a lot of his stuff here too sometimes, guys. So just expect that coming down soon. As for here, crazy. I just think that the idea of LARPing has its pretty much upsides, because you get to revive some of those old YouTube efforts, and a lot of the pioneers back then really did try their best, and they paved their way for future YouTubers to exist, and even innovators too. So even the backside is there could still be a lot of like copyright stuff if people try to like steal music from each other. But my biggest worry about LARP YouTubers is that if everybody copies each other and everybody just ends up stagnating by copying each other, I think that it's not going to go too far. And I think the points about LARPing is that everybody should add their own little flavor to how they would do reaction videos. As even though you guys know that I myself, I'm a little bit of a LARPer online, because I do have old FNAF videos. I do have a bunch of old videos I used to make back then. I don't do gaming as intensely or with as much editing effort, but I think the thing with LARPing is that I hope it goes big. I hope the major YouTubers react to it. Penguin Zero, like everyone. And my hope is that it's only the copyright problems I think is going to be a problem. But for the upsides, guys, I'm going to bet that this thing is going to become mainstream. Alright? Mainstream eventually. Very slowly, but it's going to be there. And I might make another video to this because, as I said, my voice is kind of low. I am not at the best for making like reaction videos today because I was completely caught off guard by the trend. But I'm just here. I don't make videos here too often, guys, so do expect something soon. And as the LARPing YouTubers would say it, thanks for LARPing. Oh my god. Thanks for LARPing around, guys.